Hello and welcome to highlights of the Lincoln Grand Prix, Britain's very own cobbled classic. Riders rolled out from Lincoln with 103 kilometres to ride, mostly flat except for the infamous climb of Michaelgate. 8 ascents in total, 300 metres long each time, but rising up to over 20% and paved with Lincoln's finest cobblestones. The flag dropped once they were safely outside the city, and the Hutchinson brother UK went straight to the front to control the race. They placed 2 riders in the winning break at the last round of the National Series in Rutland, and they had a number of riders capable of winning the race today. The bunch hit the first climb of Michaelgate fast, and the nervousness caused a few crashes at the back of the bunch, but none of that affected April Tacey of Life Plus Wahoo, who set a blistering pace up the climb. She was marked closely by Emma Jeffers of Das Hansling, and maybe, a surprise to some, Kat Ferguson and Imogen Wolfe of Shibden Hope Tech Apex, both only 17 years old. Those 4 riders were first over the climb, and they even picked up a small gap to the rest of the peloton. On the second lap, series leader Jessica Finney was conspicuous by her absence from the front of the race. On the other hand, Das Hansling and Hutchinson brother UK were all over the front of the peloton. Tiffany Keep snuck past the lead riders and took a few metres over the cobbles, getting some clear air between her and the bunch. But it's a tall ask to hold off the bunch alone on the best of days, let alone in the first half of the Lincoln Grand Prix. 50 kilometres to go and things were still all together. Das Hansling sending riders up the road to force a break, and it was the team of Pro Noctis Heidi Kjeldsen 200 Degree Coffee trying to send a rider with them. That move stretched out the peloton into one long line, and Hutchinson brother UK took advantage of that on the descent through Burton Village. Heather Mayer taking a few risks, and you could see the splits starting to form behind her. Mayer's former teammate, Sammy Stewart, went on the attack, and it was Mayer who followed her first, then Robin Clay of Pro Noctis, and Stewart's teammate Grace Lister. Charlotte Hodgkins-Byrne was the last rider to make it across, and the gap started to go out almost immediately from then on. It looked like there was some disagreement in the breakaway, and Grace Lister was the one to encourage some teamwork. But soon enough, the 5 riders were working well together, and with 5 laps down, 3 to go, the break looked like it had settled into a rhythm. Now back in the bunch, and Alice Sharp was chasing for Israel Premier Tech, but it was too little, too late, and the gap had gone out to 1.5 minutes at 36 kilometres to go. Hodgkins-Byrne starting to show the toll the effort was taking in that breakaway. There's a little bit of confusion in the breakaway over how much time they had on the peloton, but they needn't have worried. 2 minutes was the gap, and they had plenty of time to play cat and mouse into the finale. 300 metres to go, and Robin Clay struck out first, picking the opposite side of the road to everyone else. At first it looked like a bold move, but Heather Mayer was dropped early, and the Das Hansling duo of Stewart and Lister couldn't respond. Only Charlotte Hodgkins-Byrne could match the initial acceleration, and we've seen people go too early on Michaelgate before, but Robin Clay showed no signs of slowing down. That small gap kept growing, and Clay extended her lead over the steepest part of the climb, powering away from her breakaway companions and rounding the final few corners alone. An ecstatic Robin Clay crossed the line first to take the biggest win of her career so far at only 19 years of age, and we caught up with her to talk through the finale. Robin, it's a big victory.
Yeah.
How does it feel to finally take that?
Amazing. I wasn't expecting it at all. I didn't even think, even when we were in the break, I didn't think I'd get on the podium. I came coming into the race. I didn't actually think I'd beat last year's result, which was 16th. Just not been feeling good. So on Michaelgate, just went as hard as I could, pretty much from the bottom. Didn't really know what I wanted to do, whether to try sit on and then if it was like a sprint, but I was like, I don't feel great, so I just went as hard as I could from the bottom. Got a gap, and then I looked back a few times because I was like, am I safe? Can I ease off? I'm dying.
And there we have it, Robin Clay taking the win, and with it her very own Michaelgate cobblestone. Monica Greenwood, second in the National Series at the start of the day, climbed to a top 10, and crucially, Jessica Finney was back in the peloton. That means Greenwood is the new series leader going into the next round. Thanks very much for joining us. If you enjoyed our highlights and want to follow the best of British pro cycling, please like this video and subscribe. Then leave us a comment telling us who your favourite for the series is.